previewing the 2017 Eagles schedule. We're obviously going to open up with the preseason schedule. You gotta love the preseason. The preseason, I love the preseason. We've been very successful in the preseason in the past. Obviously, it doesn't matter, but it's a good time to see not only returning players, but newly drafted players, new additions in the free agency, and also people just fighting for a roster spot. So on Thursday, August 10th, we open up with the Green Bay Packers at 8 o'clock. No big deal. Then we go next week. We play Buffalo at home, and I can't wait to watch that game because obviously I do watch a lot of Buffalo Bills football. So, and then we get to that, we play against the Miami Dolphins, and then we finish off with the Jets. So, not too crazy, not too many tough teams in that, but obviously it'll still be fun to watch because football's returned, obviously. We open up September 10th at 1 o'clock against the Washington Redskins in Washington. I love the idea of opening up away because there's so much stuff to go into playing a home game with the first week of the NFL season between ticket sales and getting the stadium ready and doing all the home opener stuff. And it's I feel like it's such a cluster having a home game and trying to do all that. And it's going to be really cool to see Terrell Pryor play, to see how well he does for the Washington Redskins. The whole thing with Kirk Cousins and just the decline of the Washington Redskins. So, love that it's a divisional game as well. So, next week, at 1 o'clock, we play the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. It's going to be a very emotional game. I mean, it's Doug Peterson's first time back in Kansas City after he left to come coach for us. I mean, Andy Reid was our former coach. Those guys know each other very well. It's also going to be a tough game because Kansas City has a very tough defense. So our offense really is going to have to shine. Hopefully, our offense, it's going to be our offense versus their defense pretty much. So I can't wait. Week after that, September 24th at 1 o'clock, we are home for a home opener against the New York Giants, which I will be attending to. I definitely will be there. I've never seen the Eagles play the Giants live in person, so I can't wait to be there. I'll be with all the Philly Knights, and I just can't wait to be there. Obviously, a huge divisional game for us. 2 early divisional games to set the tone early for the NFC East, so I can't wait. Then we play October 1st at 4:05 against the LA Chargers, who are very suspect this year. Hopefully they're at their best because that's what I want to play. I want to play the Chargers at their best, especially with Melvin Gordon in the backfield because he's such a dynamic player, and I love watching Melvin Gordon play. And Phillip Rivers, obviously, he's a very, very good quarterback, and it's going to be a good game. October 8th at 1 o'clock, we play at home against the Arizona Cardinals. Obviously, Arizona is going to be a tough team with David Johnson running back there and Carson Palmer. It's just going to be a tough game, but it's at home, so it won't be too bad. And we open up October 12th, 8:25. It must be a Thursday night game because it's on the NFL Network. It must be against the Panthers. I didn't actually see. Yep. Oh, it's a Monday night. Excuse me. I apologize. It's Monday night against the Carolina Panthers. And the last time they played on Monday night, I was actually at that game where we literally destroyed Cam Newton at home. It was a great game. So, yeah, that'll be a tough game. I mean, they've added a lot of players on defense. I have a feeling, if you watch my draft video, that they're going to draft Leonard Fournette. So that's going to be 2 back-to-back hard running backs we have to play. So week after that, we have the 49ers, which I'm very upset that Chip Kelly won't be there because it's at home. Oh, excuse me. Oh, God, we play at 8:30 the next week against the Redskins. So we're home against the Redskins. 8:30. Wow, we have a lot of late games this year. I didn't really look at the schedule in depth, but We have a lot of late games this year. So we play the Redskins at home. We split the series with the Redskins, or they beat us both times. I don't understand why, but that's just how it is. The next week we play the 49ers at home, which I'm very upset that Chip Kelly's not there because I really, 2 years ago and last year we were talking about if Chip Kelly was still there, we'd all want to go see him because we honestly would probably riot in Philly because of that bum Chip Kelly. After that, we have November 5th against the Broncos. So 3 straight home games. The Broncos are always going to be a tough team defensively. Offensively, I'm not going to know really much of what they're going to do. We no idea if C.J. Anderson's going to be running the ball at that point. So we'll see. A Week 10 bye. I love Week 10 byes. I love 8, 9, or 10s. Very later in the season. Because after the byes, it's usually get your harder stretch of games and your divisional games are coming up, so you need that extra week. And of course, we open up after the bye. We'll have from November 5th, so from the 6th to November 18th, we're going to have off. And we come back and play the Cowboys. I believe it's a Monday night game. I believe so. Oh, it's Sunday night, excuse me. Sunday night game against the Cowboys, so I can't wait for that game. First divisional game against the Dallas Cowboys. We're in Dallas, which sucks. I would love to if we came off the bye week and played home, but Cowboys are going to be a tough team. I mean, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, that O-line. They're definitely going to have a bolstered defense, I believe, from the draft, so we'll see what happens. Week after that, we have the Chicago Bears. So suspect. The Bears are hit or miss for us. The Bears and Lions always either destroy us or we destroy them. So, but no Alshon Jeffrey there this year. Who knows with Jay Cutler, what's going on? So, week after that, December 3rd, 8:30, we have the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. That's gonna be a tough game. It's always a tough game in Seattle, one of the loudest stadiums. Eddie Lacy will be running the ball. He'll probably be hurt by December 3rd, but it's always going to be a tough game. Russell Wilson, they hammered us. They hammered us last year, so we'll see. December 10th, 4:25, we have the Los Angeles Rams in LA. I mean, I guess the Rams are kind of pissed they didn't take Carson Wentz over Jared Goff. But you never know. Todd Gurley's an amazing runner. That defense is pretty decent. So we'll see. Then we go against the December 17th against the New York Giants at MetLife. So I might want to go to that game depending on what the record says. But obviously playing in the Meadowlands, it's always tough. It's always hard. But divisional games are always going to be hard. Then we play on Christmas against the Oakland Raiders, and that's going to be a tough matchup. The Raiders, I think, are the only team that honestly could defeat the Patriots in the regular season and or the playoffs, especially if they had Derek Carr. But now they have Marshawn Lynch running the ball, so God, they have Marshawn Lynch running the ball. Oh God, it's gonna be a fun Christmas night. And then we end up playing the Cowboys for the last game of the year at home at 1 o'clock. I believe the schedule will change the time-wise depending on what the records look like. But overall, I'm very happy with the schedule. I mean, the split of home and away games is pretty decent. We have a nice stretch of... we pretty much have 4 weeks at home. From October 23rd, from week 7 to the bye. We have the Redskins, 49ers, Broncos, and we have a bye week. So I love that. Love the pretty much almost month you're going to be in Philadelphia. So that's great for us. And then we have a hard stretch of games after that with the Seahawks, Raiders, Giants, Cowboys. I mean, the Bears and the Rams we won't know until this year. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the schedule. And I'm not going to say our record. I'm not going to take a prediction at a record because every time I do, never ends up being it. So I'm not going to actually do that. So on that note, shout out to all of my Philly Knights who know who you are. And go Birds.